Hey friends and family, this is SP News Nugget, and today you guys, we've got two stories that I want to share with you. The first story, we're going to be talking about this young teenager that got shot over the weekend. You guys, this is in Cincinnati. I'm just going to go ahead and share it with you because they do not have a lot of information, but it's a very sad story. So I want you guys to stay around for the second story because it's going to be mind-blowing. Here we go.
Eric Shields' passion for basketball ran deep.
Eric loved basketball. He loved his videos. He had dreams and desires to even go to college.
Gunfire shattered those dreams around 11 Saturday night. Next week, the 16-year-old would have started his first year as a junior at DePaul Cristo Rey, a private school in Clifton.
When kids come to us and families come to us, they're on their way up.
Cristo Rey principal Paul Ebert got to know Shields during a 2-week orientation program that ended just a few days ago.
Even though it was such a short time we knew him, we know lots of different people in their family. It's a big family that's full of love.
No!
Shields' death marks the second time that love and strength has been tested.
It just feel like I'm going through the same thing all over again.
Shamoni McDavis, Shields' sister, found his lifeless body Saturday night. 9 years ago, she made a similar grim discovery when she found their mom, Kelly Walton, dead in Hawaiian Terrace, also a victim of gun violence.
It's very hard and it's a tragedy situation.
The fact gunfire has claimed the lives of 2 loved ones has Davis trying to stay positive.
Once you met Eric, he was a kid that you could do nothing but love.
While police focus on a case that so far has few clues.
We have very limited information. At this point, we don't know exactly what occurred. We don't know why it happened. We don't know if he was the intended target or not. We don't know the circumstances leading up to it.
Yeah, that's the commander of Cincinnati's homicide unit. He says there's not even a general description of a suspect in connection with Eric Shields' shooting death. He's urging anyone with any kind of information that can help to come forward.
Well, I told you guys that story was a sad story because not only that he got shot just, right in front of the door. People can't just hang out outside and just, just chill. But not only that, his sister found him just like she found her mother. And they don't have no leads. So if you guys know anything and you live in the Cincinnati area, please give the police down there a call and let them know. This is very sad that our young ones are dying very young, and they're getting younger. And now she doesn't have her mother, and she doesn't have her brother. She's just, like she said, she's living this all over again. Same thing. It's really sad. Okay, let's go on to our next story, you guys. This next story comes out of Oregon. Let me tell you what they have wrote. A federal court in Oregon is evaluating whether Portland police violated the rights of a bank robber suspected by digitally removing the man's face tattoos from his mugshot and using and altering images in a photo lineup. The question before the court is whether the photos constitute fabricating evidence. The police in Portland, Oregon was investigating a string of 2017 robberies at 4 banks when they used digitally erased Tyrone Allen's facial tattoos, then showed the altered image to the bank teller who had been robbed at gunpoint. Witness only described the culprit as wearing a baseball-style hat and sunglasses. None of the bank tellers reported seeing facial tattoos. Forensics police said, "I basically painted over the tattoo." Criminalist Mark Weber admitted during his testimony, almost like applying electronic makeup. Appearing before the U.S. District Judge Marco Hernandez, Assistant U.S. Attorney Paul Maloney said police were right to alter Allen's photo before presenting them to the eyewitness. The whole idea was to make Mr. Allen blend in so his photos wouldn't stand out in the lineup, Maloney said. Maloney argued that the police changed Allen's pictures so that it would eliminate the disguise worn by Allen when he committed the robberies. These procedures were prudent. They were appropriate, Maloney told the court. Allen's defense attorney, Mark, pressed Judge Hernandez to throw out any positive witness identification of Allen based on what he called fabricated evidence involving the altered photos. Mark argued that the police intentionally changed his client's appearance to align with the witness. Court documents revealed that authorities received a tip that Allen may be the person they were looking for after someone saw surveillance pictures of the robbery on KPTV TV. From there, investigators pulled a mugshot of Allen's and altered it. The Portland Police Department defended the investigators' tactics in an email to the TV station. In the specified circumstances, statements and descriptions from the victims were compared with the information available to the investigators, and the decision was made to have the tattoos covered up with digital makeup in order to help prevent misidentify the suspect in other altercations. No other alterations were made to the structures or appearance of the suspect's face in regards to the lineup. Again, the Bureau does not create subjective lineups, a spokesman for the department wrote. In an interview with the reporter, Temple University law professional, and eyewitness testimony, expert Julius said it was the most unconstitutional subjective lineup tactic he has seen in his 40 years of experience. Julius said, "It's unbelievable to me that police would ignore the fact that no teller has described a person with glaring tattoos and make this man into a possible suspect by covering them up." Esping said they're increasing the risk of mistaken identity by doing this. Okay, we're going to chime in on this. We're going to just talk about it for a little bit. I'm going to give you my opinion about the whole situation. I'm not in agreement with it because, for one thing, this man's got tattoos all over his head, all over his eyes. Now, I guess these robberies were done in 2017. So by 2017 to 2019, surely you would gain a lot of tattoos in 2 years. But I'm not believing that this man got all these tattoos in 2 years. And with them covering them up like that just to get a, identification, I'm not even believing that. Here's the thing. If they start altering pictures just because they feel like you are the person, and they altered your mugshot and show an altered picture, I do believe that that is altering evidence or altering a person to fit the description. And where do you draw the line? So if you start doing that, I think we're going to be in a world of trouble. I mean, not me, myself. I should never be having a mugshot taken. But just to be, safe for our kids and our grandkids and people that and the young adults. I think it's a bad thing to allow that to happen and then want to have a positive identification. I believe you have to have a positive identification without all the changing in digital, because once you start doing that, you don't know what they put on there and what they taken off, and that is very unconstitutional. You guys, tell me what you think about what we just talked about. Do you believe that they should be able to alter your mugshot if any given time? I mean, kind of think about it. What if they altered your color or kind of altered, just your eyes or something, and then you do look like the person? I mean, if they can't identify you, with the mugshot, then it's no identification. We can't start changing things to make them fit. That's all I'm saying. But if you're not in agreement with me, that's fine. We're going to talk about it. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think about all this altering pictures just to get a conviction. Because a lot of people can end up in jail by just looking close to someone. But then there might be something that's different. But they change that one little thing. Now you got a problem. Just because they get the right to alter something. And then there you is fighting a case you had nothing to do with. No, I'm not in agreement with them. If they can't get him on an eyewitness looking at the person and knowing that's the person, I believe that they just gonna have to do it some other kind of way. Now, I'm not totally against, what the police are doing. I mean, if you're doing wrong and you get caught, surely you need to pay the price. But altering your picture and just because you feel like, oh, maybe they didn't have. Now, it could be okay for you to go and arrest a person, but I don't think you should be using that for the witness. No, I don't think you should use that at all for the witness. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys thinking. Okay, you guys, I always tell you to be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.